suspect, but I think they had a lot to do with that. Sachs and Kusa did. So we hadn't tackled anybody like those people. We don't have anybody to put over there that we can tackle. So that's why we come to things like this and play speed and try to get better at that. But, you're just trying to be fundamentals and play hard, which is foundation always gives you a chance if you play hard as you can play. And so, I feel like maybe before I watch the film, I'll say we did.
Now, one thing you did know that you could hang your hat on, you pretty much had your offensive line intact coming back this year. Talk about them guys and how they got to kind of spearhead this team moving forward.
That's right. Well, Jake's one of those. Most of ours play both sides of the ball, but we felt like that was a strong point. Of course, Brody's coming back. We had both running backs and skill guys. We didn't lose a whole lot, but we lost a couple guys that were, like Mulligan, he made a difference. And, tonight, a lot of those passes thrown over the middle, he bats a lot of those down last year. So, but we can't grow them taller. There are a lot of things that I can do, but I haven't figured that out yet. Figure out how to make them play hard, but I can't get them taller. So, I'd like to have some longer arms.
I got one more X factor that I was really pleased, and I compliment him on silence. Jair looked way more fluid tonight. Can you talk about how he kicked the football?
And he's kicked like that, a few days we have kicked. Of course, it wasn't live, you got to be able to focus and do all that when it's live. And it's different. But, yes, it looked really good.
This is for each one of you guys. We're gonna make mansion talk right here. It's gonna be good stuff. What was it like to put on pads and hit somebody wearing a different color jersey? Because like Coach said, you guys hadn't had spring because your baseball team's been so good the last couple of years.
It's just a great feeling to get out there and get in the hot sun, even though we hate it most of the times, and hit somebody and just get back to what we love doing.
Here we go.
It feels great. Practice, we can't really hit as much because we have all them smaller kids. We really don't want to hurt them as much. So it just it feels real good to get out there and hit somebody.
Like they said, it just feels really good to be able to hit somebody beside your friends. And just like today, you can kind of go full out. In practice, you can go, when we're doing drills, you need to go full out. But like when we go over plays and stuff, you can't hardly do what you really want to.
Rewind the clock 2 years ago in the Harrison County game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you had to step up and be a man.
Mm-hmm.
How much on a confidence level is the game different for you now from that night when you had to step up and play a very hard team?
It's very, very different. I mean, I still always get nervous for games, but the confidence level and just knowing that I know most of the time, I ain't going to say all the time, but I know most of the time what I'm going to do and what's going to happen.
Back to you guys. While we was talking, we was getting set up in here, and we was talking things that you guys want to leave behind, as seniors, and knowing the things that you've seen and coming up through this program. What things do you individually want to leave behind to make sure your young guys know what to do and when to do it? What do y'all like to do to keep that going?
I just want all the young guys to be able to step up when they need to be when it's their turn to step up, and just go all out no matter what it is, no matter what your size is or anything about that. Just go all out.
Like Jake said, just wanting them to step up, wanting them to look up to us, just to get out there and do what we do best.
As a senior, I want to leave this year knowing that we have improved on everything that we did bad in the past couple of years and just fix everything.
Guys, tell us a little bit about Coach B here, and he's been around there for a while. And what has he meant to you? I mean, we've asked all the guys, because we know that as players, you spend as much time with him as you do your own parents. So, brag on your coach a little bit, or tell us how bad he is, or what has he kind of meant to you as seniors? Looking back and how you've grown through the years.
He gets on to us a lot. And it's for good reason, because we don't always do the smartest of things. But we all know it's for good reason, and we probably need it.
Right.
And he's basically like a second father figure.
Right.
He's real great. He's somebody you can just come to, talk to. If you ever need something, he's there. just somebody to have there for you.
Most of the time, he makes you into a better player than what you actually are. Because if you went somewhere else, you probably wouldn't be as good as you was now. And I mean, I've always thought about what it's going to be like being able to play for him because I always grew up watching football and I always managed football games. And it was one of the best 4 years ever.
Well, and this one's for Coach. Coach, how cool was it to look across the field and see Teddy over there doing well here, and the foundation that they're building here? That had to be kind of cool for you to know that the time and effort you put into him.
Pretty neat. I couldn't see him. I could just hear him. See, I don't holler at my players like that. See, I'm a real quiet, easygoing type of guy. But no, it's kind of neat knowing that we probably hollering the same things. And I was kind of laughing at some of the stuff he was saying. I'm sure he would. I didn't holler as much as he did. I'm proud of all of our guys that played for me, that whatever they do, whatever job, I hope they do it very best they can, and be a good person, Samaritan that helps people and raises their family and goes to work and don't quit and don't give up on life. And just be different. Stand up and be different. I always love to hear good stories about my ex-players. And I've got getting now is piling up on a lot of kids that played for me that I couldn't even probably name them all now. But, and I've got to the point where I got grandchildren playing for me too.
That's
Not real grandchildren, but grandchildren of a guy, like number 11 out there tonight. His dad played for me in 2001 at Fyffe, and that's his little boy. And I've had, several already that start. That makes you proud, just like a proud daddy.
Speaking of Gibson, he don't look like a seventh grader.
No.
He looks like a
You don't
pretty
think
grown
like
man.
a seventh grader either.
Yeah.
Like I was telling the coaches a few minutes ago, in seventh grade, I couldn't have run on the field, much less took a snout. I would have fell down, legs went out from under me, and passed out probably before I even got. I don't even understand how, and we've had kids, like last year, 3 kids, ninth graders that started both ways. Brody's little brother, Simon, and of course, Tucker, Wilkes, and Anderson, and that's just. And I attribute a lot of that to the weight rooms growing up being stronger than normal kids their age. Hopefully they are. I don't know, but and just having that confidence that, man, imagine, you think he'll sleep any tonight?
No.
Oh, he's got to be juiced.
Yeah, that kind of a question to you, Coach, about that. What is those little things like that? What do you think? What's the difference from, kind of how it used to be as when you got into coaching, years ago, how kids are now? As you're talking about 7th grade and stumbling on the field, and what do you think the difference is now with the kids?
If it's not the weight room, that's part of it. But I'm hard on them too. I don't cut no slack. And these boys will tell you, I always say, y'all remember, you've heard that if you're a bad dog, you'll bite when you're a puppy. So, let's don't be talking about. I get tired of reading write-ups every year about how young we are and how this. You're already making yourself an excuse. I'm not making excuses for ours. I don't care what grade you're in. We're just going to have a Fyffe helmet on and play hard as we can play. If we get run over, we get run over. But, I think it's a mindset, everyday thing too, just of expectations for you. And it's just like we had another 7th grade guy that went out there at the end. I said, hey, man, you're going to have to start now year after next. I'm already thinking these guys are all seniors, so somebody's going to have to step up and play. And I got some kids that, if they grow up, could do that. But you gotta be ready to go all the time. And that's our second team when they're out there. I want them to be hustling and hitting too. So I don't know unless it's a weight room and just.
And our kids are just a little different. Like, maybe I've kind of credited, maybe I'll use baseball, for example. I've coached more baseball. There's a lot of camps now. I mean, these kids get to go like year-round pitching camps, and now like football camps. I guess maybe YouTube, they get to see more training. I don't know if that's a factor of those things they can do on their own. If they take the initiative to do it on their own, obviously they're invested in the program. not to just do what you're required for them to do, what they're required to do at school, but to do things on their own. And I guess I'm trying to figure out in my own head, how kids have gotten better through the years, and they just seem to be getting better and better. And these kids are so young, and they come right out and they play well.
Yeah, I don't know that, but to have the heart, the grit, or whatever I don't know what you would call it, because some don't have it.
Yep.
And just like the old saying was, in my coaches, if you start every 9th grader and 10th grader you started, you're going to lose a game. So if you started 3 sophomores and 3 freshmen, you've got 6 losses. And it kind of held true, but we've busted that thing up many times.
I think it's just, it's an honor for you to be coming in here and doing this interview with you. I've always watched, Bo chop up shows with you and stuff, and I know y'all got a little ride on you, and I don't want to hold you up no more, but I really appreciate you coming here and sit down with me and being able to talk to you and all. And, people ask all in conversation all the time how good Fyffe is, and, there's some kind of secret magic, or, there's some kind of dust. But just being around you a little bit and watching you guys play I've watched all the way back when Kirkpatrick and them played, it's just being men and being able to stand up and do the right things and just being good guys. I mean, football's important, but it seems that those key things is what you have left in each class that you've brought through there. And those are the things that are the same. That's the continuity in the program, and it's more than just football.
Well, I think so. I hope it is. Class. You said something class in a different way, but it is handling yourself with class. And everybody might say, "Oh well, y'all win a lot. It's the reason y'all not sore losers." But we're not going to be sore losers. These guys will tell you that when they get beat, they're going to shake your hand. We're not running off to the dressing room, and we might cry later, but we're not going to. We'll be back to play again next week.
Those things are really important that we've kind of lost, in integrity.
Yeah.
So, guys, y'all are lucky to have a great coach, and y'all already know that. So, we'll end on this. Coming up in the next season, who's the first game y'all starting opening up with? Y'all going to Geraldine. Okay. Now, getting ready for that game, what do you most look forward to in playing that game? Got a new kind of young coach over there, and, go back up there and battle. It'll be at Fyffe, right?
Nope.
No, it's going to be up there.
Geraldine again.
Okay.
Sometimes it happens that way. We try to keep 5 at home, 5 on the road.
So, how do y'all feel about the game? Coming ahead, and I'm sure y'all are looking forward to that, right?
Just looking forward to it.
It's the next game. That's all it is.
Well, we got a Jamboree with Piedmont.
When is that going to be? Now, give me a date on.
Before we play Geraldine. We're
Okay.
Piedmont for that.
So be
like the week 0.
1st of August.
We just try to pick out the very best and play them. We think that makes us better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good.
Yeah, even though it's a Jamboree, there's so much pride out there on the field that you're going to get something out of it.
No doubt.
No doubt. Coach, I appreciate you guys sitting in. You guys as well. Congratulations. You guys coming down. I really appreciate it. It meant the world to these guys for you to come down here to their place. I can tell you that.
We appreciate y'all for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.